doing out there in YouTube land? Well, I've been asked by a friend, Twigs, 1999, to go ahead and cook up some cornbread. Well, you can't just cook up cornbread. You got to have something with it. So tonight, I decided to go ahead and make a big old feast. Well, maybe not that big, but we're gonna have some brown beans, we're gonna have some cornbread, and we're gonna have some fried taters. So, we're gonna get cooking here in just a minute, but I have a surprise for y'all. I decided to come down to Raydale, Arkansas, and come up to a genius cook who has had more than enough years experience doing cooking, and the old good Southern way. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce you to Grandma Rose. Come on in here, Grandma.
Hello, baby. Hello, babies out there in YouTube land. We're gonna cook you up a nice dinner. What do you think we get started?
Yeah, Grandma, we're gonna get started right on. So, Grandma, what's the first thing we need to do?
Well, we need to sort the beans out here, baby.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sort these beans out. And we got us some nice big old bag. Now we got this big old bag right here. It's a whole 32 ounces of pinto beans. You can get them at your local grocer. Brown beans, just regular pinto beans.
Hey, baby.
See on the package there.
You been getting in Grandma's medicine again?
No, Grandma, I ain't got in your medicine. I think I got into Mr. Can's medicine. But anyway, okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and sort these beans. Now you're gonna sort these beans, make sure there ain't no sticks in it, and ain't no rocks in it, and any bad beans, because y'all don't want to eat no bad beans. So take that over to the sink and sort through that. I'll clean up this here just a little bit. And we'll come back to you right when we get these beans sorted and we're ready for the next. Okay, now I got my beans and I've got them all sorted, and I'm just rinsing them off, make sure to get all the excess dirt out of it, because you know you don't want your beans tasting dirty.
No, we don't want no grainy beans.
How am I doing, Grandma?
You're doing fine, baby. Grandma's gonna give us some tea.
Okay.
Grandma's gonna give us some tea.
Now we're gonna go ahead and put these beans into the pot. Make sure we get them all, because we don't want to leave none of them little boys out. That's gonna be some good eating right there. Okay, now we're gonna add some water. There we go. Now we're going to put these beans on the stove. I can turn the stove on, Grandma.
You just go ahead and turn it on right there, baby.
Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and let these beans boil a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and take them out and we're going to rinse them again. Okay? So we'll come back when they start to boil and take you to the next step. We'll see y'all later. Okay, now we're back. We got our beans boiling in the pot. Now we're gonna go ahead and take them.
Yeah, baby, we're gonna go ahead and take these here. We're gonna go ahead and pour it out, baby. Oh, Jesus, baby. Oh, that's fine. What? Ow! Woo! Woo! Yeah, let's say, Bubba, take this.
Fogging up my glasses.
Baby, baby, take it. Grandma, baby, woof. Here, baby. Here, baby, woof. Grandma gonna go take a break here, baby.
Well, now that Grandma's walked off, I was about to go ahead and tell y'all what the next step was. But I think she's been hitting the old bottle a little bit, maybe a little bit too much in her tea. But anyway, so let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Anyway, we got our beans, we put them in the colander. Just go ahead and get all that excess water off. Now we're gonna go ahead and put them back. Grandma, you need to leave that tea alone. You wouldn't. Anyway,
baby,
okay.
Bother Grandma's tea.
Okay, so now we're gonna put them back in the pot. gonna put these beans back in the pot. I ain't gonna reach in there and get them few out, because that's too hot. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put some more water in it. We can start the process all over again. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and put this back on the stove. Get it boiling. We're doing that. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put us in some good old salt pork. Now, if you ain't got no salt pork, that's okay too. You can use ham hock, or you ain't got no ham hock, you can just use some regular bacon. May not taste as good, but it still end up good. Okay, now, here it is. I'm looking for the opening. If we're going to take our salt pork, we're just going to plop it right down there in the water. Next thing we want to go ahead and do is we got a potato. And you put the potato in the pot. Now, you put the tater in there because, if you don't, you can end up with problems later.
You could be fighting up a storm there, baby. And then you just be woo-nilly, baby. You just be sticking up the whole thing.
Okay, anyway, moving right along. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get this to boiling. And we'll come back when they're just about ready so we can start the next project, which is fried taters and the cornbread. So we'll see y'all back here. I went ahead and want to tell you, make sure once it starts to boil real good, you need to put your lid on it, and that's going to go ahead and help you cook your beans a little bit faster. Not to mention, it's going to lock in that flavor. Because you don't want to lose none of that flavor. Because that's going to be some good eating. Boy, I tell you what. But anyway, we'll check back with you when it's back. Well, we're back, and our beans are about done. And so now we're going to go ahead and start a cornbread. Now in this bowl right here, I got my cornmeal. And I got 2 cups of cornmeal. I got 2 tablespoons of sugar and an egg. Now I need to add 1½ cup milk and mix it on up. Now of course there's variations to cornbread. You can go ahead and add